Okay, Hunter, here's a video on how to service and clean Marx Prewar train motors. We start by taking out the two screws on each side of the train, which holds the motor in. Now remove the motor from the train body. Then we take our 1/4-inch nut driver and then remove two nuts on top of the brush plate. And now we remove one screw on the bottom of the brush plate. Gently lift the brush plate off and be careful that the two brushes don't fall on the floor. Now we have access to the armature. Now we clean the copper segments of the armature with a fiberglass scratch pen, removing all the black carbon buildup. The copper segments on the armature should be nice and shiny after we're done with our scratch pen. Then we take a Q-tip and clean out the tubes where the brushes go, carefully so not to damage the brush springs. We get the black carbon out of the cylinders with the Q-tip. Now we put the armature back into place and retighten both nuts. And the lower screw. Make sure everything is tight. Now we get our tweezers and gently pull the brush springs up and over to reinsert the brushes. You can also use a toothpick, but I found the tweezers work well. Once the springs are moved to the side, you can place the brushes into the cylinders. Make sure the slotted side is facing towards us. Once the brushes are in, you can move the springs back into place. Next, we can bench test it with power leads from the transformer. Positive and negative leads. One lead to the motor chassis and the other lead to the bottom copper pickup. And this one runs as it should. Now we give each axle bearing a drop of oil. The rear axle is easily accessible. The front one is a little more concealed because of the E-unit, but with a needle oil applicator, we can get down in where we need to go. Then we grease the geared wheels with some super lube synthetic grease. And then working it around by turning the wheels by hand. And that's how you service a Marx Prewar 80-year-old train motor. Now we place the motor back into the train. And replace the two mounting screws that hold the motor in place. Now you can show all your friends how to clean and service a 80-year-old Marx Prewar train motor.